Well, my name's Tom Conserette. We own and operate C&G Sports Management, we originally started in the semi-pro level. We have a professional development team from northeastern Pennsylvania, the Electric City Chargers, and what we decided to do is expand our horizon a little bit, and we took this opportunity to move up to the arena level. And we had originally looked into starting an arena team up in the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area. We had looked through all of northeast Pennsylvania up into southern New York, and once we got involved with the league, we were actually given this opportunity to look into Baltimore. So we were pretty excited about the opportunity. We had a great program down here in Baltimore, and they had a great history, winning tradition. You know, they had some issues that they had lost the team for the last couple of years, but we were excited about an opportunity to bring team back to Baltimore. So we decided to take on this team here. We're retired, so we were going to go ahead and relocate down to the Baltimore area to stay full-time. Since we're retired, this is my second career, so we're going to be making our new home here in Baltimore, and hopefully that we're going to be here for the long term there, and we're going to keep the Baltimore Mariners around for a long time. We got a lot of great ideas, a lot of great plans for the Mariners at this point, and as long as the city of Baltimore supports us and the fans support us, and they want us here, we'll be here for them.
And when does it start? When does the league start, Tom?
Well, the league hasn't come up with a schedule just yet. Normally they'll start in around the range of early to mid-June. Last we were told from the league they're working on our schedule, and it looks like they're planning mid-March by now. We'll get started by mid-March, and we'll run the season until the end of May, and they'll finish up by the end of May, and then we get into the playoffs in June.
And where will you be playing your home games?
All of our home games will be played at not the First Mariner Arena, it's the Baltimore Arena now. We keep making that mistake. I know the First Mariner isn't the sponsor anymore. But we will be playing all of our home games at the Baltimore Arena. Last year, the league had 8-game schedules, so that means that we are looking at definitely 4 home games, and we'll probably have 1 preseason game. And if all goes well in this plan, we're going to have a couple postseason games there, maybe the championship game in Baltimore. That's our goal.
And Tom, how many players do you carry on a team when the league begins?
Once the season begins, we're only allowed to carry a roster of 30. Okay. Once the game day roster is only 20 active players. So what we're going to do here, and which brings us here today, is we're having our first combine. And as you see, we have about 60 players out there now that we're going through. We're going to have a second combine now in December, whichever works out best for the coaches. And then after the second combine, what they'll do is break it down to 60 players that will be invited back on an invitational basis. And in January, they'll have that invitation of 60 players, and that's when the coaches will cut back to 60 active players. And then once the season will start, we'll have 30 guys on our roster, and we'll start the season with 20 active players with 10 on reserve.
And what's the name of the coach?
The coach this year is Mr. Ron Meehan.
Is he a local guy?
Ron Meehan is right here from Baltimore. He's got a history here in Baltimore. He works at Towson University now. He's also an assistant coach for the Baltimore Mariners back in 2010. He was our offensive coordinator. And so he's got a long history here with the team, knowing all the other coaches that were here. A lot of the coaches came back to play. Came back to work with the organization because of Coach Meehan that was back, because they've worked with him in the past, and they know that he's just an outstanding coach. You know, he can bring great things to this team. So they all came back, and he's also attracting a lot of attention from some of the older players because they know what kind of program he runs.
Anything else, Tom?
Oh, God. Don't know. All I could say is that I am just so excited about this opportunity to come here to Baltimore. I myself have been a Baltimore fan all my life. I've been an Orioles fan, and I know it's. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say it, but I was an old Baltimore Colts fan, and I stayed a Colts fan.
You're talking to one.
In Indianapolis, okay. So I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. An Indianapolis Colts fan here, but you know, the Ravens are very, very close number 2. But I'm just so excited about being here in this town, this city that I've been such a big fan of so many years. And you know, they've opened our arms up to us. It's just fantastic. The greeting that we've been given, the help that's offered to us. It's just such a great city to work in, and people couldn't be more helpful and wanting to see us succeed. So we've got some big plans for this organization. We're going to be moving forward. This organization is going to be very, very involved in community activities. And you're going to see our players out into the community. You're going to see our cheerleaders out into the community. And you're going to see this organization giving back to the community that supports them. And as long as the community is supporting the Baltimore Mariners, we're going to be here to support them.
Sounds good to me, Tom. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.